Yo, so I've been living in my tiny house for about a little over a month now. And it's very tiny. It's a micro tiny house. It's 5 by 11 square feet, so 55 square feet. And I just want to go through the pros, the cons, and everything in between on how it's been going so far. Because I'm sure a lot of you are very curious about, is it really worth it? Is it cool? Is it bad? Like, what's going on with it? So I want to get this part out of the way because I feel like a lot of people are always commenting and saying, at least on Instagram, they're saying that I live in a prison cell. It's so tiny, like it's like a closet, and that is 100% true. But what's really important is that it's on a good amount of land. It's not on acres or anything like that, but I have like a big yard that I can be in. I mean, it's really big. There's this, area of it. I got this little seating area over here. I mean, it really is. I don't even know how big the area is. I should probably measure it, but if I were to guess, it's probably 150 probably 150 feet by 150 feet. I even have all this space over here. I got a whole ass pool, and of course my tiny house is 55 square feet, but I also have this little greenhouse over here, which is currently in repair. It's in a repairing stage right now, so I'm working on it. I have a lot of work to do on it, but when it is up and running, I'll literally have 2 times the space. That's really just for art and whatnot, and a little bit of storage. I also have a whole gym area, so it's not just the inside of those 4 walls. I literally have a whole gym, a whole pool, a whole greenhouse. Like, it's not just 55 square feet. So definitely a big pro of living in a tiny house. It's like a pro and a con at the same time, is it's so small. But on top of that, I am, privileged enough to have a yard, to have the outside space as well. So it actually gets me to go outside. It gets me to work out because I don't want to be inside my little tiny 55 square feet. I want to be outdoors. I want to swim. I want to hop on my kayak. I want to make art in the greenhouse. I want to come over here and work out, so it's not just the inside. I have the outside as well. So now that I got all that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump inside the tiny house and work through all these pros and cons. So the inside is pretty goddamn small, but yeah, I really love how I was able to fit everything in here. Let's see here. Pros. I feel like I should go through the cons first, to be honest with you, because everybody already knows the pros. I feel like financially, just, like I said, being outdoors, like, let's get to the pros later. Let me talk about the con. A big con is the shower. This is my shower back here. And the reason why I would say it's a con is because it takes like 40 steps just to take a shower. I have to go turn on the water. I have to turn on the water heater. I have to, take my toilet out of there. Like, it's just like a whole struggle just to take a shower. Also, my dehumidifier, I just hooked up my dehumidifier over here, like literally for the first time today. So that's something I have to worry about. I have to worry about moisture and just like everything that has to do with taking a shower. It's just like a whole struggle. So if you haven't seen the shower, I'll show you that real quick. Yeah, the shower is a struggle. The toilet is a bit of a struggle because I'm just getting used to using a compost toilet. But luckily I got like a really good compost toilet. It was more money than the frame. It was $1,050, so it better do its job. It's just still just a bit of an adjustment just having a compost toilet. I just made a video on the compost toilet. I don't know if I'll post it before or after this video, but either way, you'll either see it really soon or you've already seen it. But it's new. There are many tiny houses out there that like they have like a running water toilet and all that, but I'm just grabbing water from my water hose, and there's no outgoing water other than when I take a shower and wash my dishes and everything like that. It goes into my garden, so I can't hook up any type of plumbing to the toilet. So that's definitely a big adjustment. But a little bit of a pro in that same area would be like just the knowledge that I'm gaining from learning about like composting things, and because it's good for the environment and whatnot, and also like plumbing. Like I had to plumb this whole thing, so I definitely learned that in the process of this, and electrical and just all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm learning about building a home, although it's a small home and not really a traditional home. I'm learning how to build a home in this process of living in here, so that's definitely a little bit of a pro to add in there. Another con that I have is the kitchen. Now, I don't mind the smallness of my kitchen. I really don't. I think the only thing that is a bit of a con for me is the fact that I can't have a microwave in here. I mean, technically I can, but there's not enough power to like run a whole microwave and like a heater and my fridge and all that. At least I don't know. I don't even want to give it a try because I'm just scared to like run too much electricity. I do plan on getting some work done and getting some real outlets in here and drawing more power out here, but as of right now, like, and even after I get that done, I don't know if it's even worth it to have like a huge bulky microwave because it would take up all this space right here. So that's really the only con with the kitchen. I don't really mind having a small fridge and just, you know, the air fryer works just fine, my blender works just fine, like the sink is bigger than a normal sink. I mean, it really is a good kitchen. Alright, I'm gonna try to get up here with my shoes on. So another con is definitely the storage. This is all the storage I have up here, which is truly just my heated blanket and some yarn that I have because I have a rug business, and since the greenhouse isn't really up and running right now, I have to store my yarn up here. So there's very little bit of storage, and soon this will actually be my sleeping loft, so I'll have to get rid of it and work out something else. Maybe I'll have to get the greenhouse up and running so I can put it all back in there. So yeah, the storage obviously is a hard one to live with, but I honestly don't really think of too many things to store. Like, I don't really have much. A lot of it is still in my attic, which I have to go through and give away and sell off, and the other half is like at my girlfriend's house. So it's working out for me, but it's just a bit of a struggle just knowing that I don't really have much storage. Another con, and this is probably one of the biggest cons, is the heat. It is freezing in here at night, and this is what I have as a heater. I do have another heater up above the door, and I made a whole video on that, but I went back to just using my space heater because that one just didn't seem as safe. This one obviously isn't really like crazy safe either, but I just think that in general in here, like, the cold is really getting to me. I am going to fill all the cracks and gaps in this entire thing really soon, because even like there's huge cracks and gaps by the door and the windows and stuff, and I think that just putting some caulk inside of them would really help with the cold. And the ceiling isn't even insulated. I'm gonna get that done really soon. So I would definitely say just a con in general is the amount of money and yeah, basically the amount of money I have to put into it to make it just livable and make it warm enough. So the space here is working out. I got my heated blanket for heat as well, but like the cold is a struggle. Like, some days I will wake up with frozen hands and frozen toes, as long as I don't, you know, I've been like, lately I've been just keeping my heated blanket on, and putting on a timer for like 6 hours, and by the time I wake up it will still be on. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is scaring me a little bit knowing that the winter is creeping up on us. Like in January in Oregon, it actually gets pretty cold and it does snow here and there, and maybe also in February. So I would love to get the work done on here really soon, but I don't really have the money right now. So it's just a little bit scary knowing that I could like freeze to death out here. I don't think I'd really actually freeze to death because it doesn't really get that cold in Oregon, but it is a little bit of a fear. If you don't already know, if you haven't seen any videos in the past about my bed, this is my bed, which is a massage table, and I've said it many times in this video, I'm gonna be making a loft really soon, but for now this is my bed. And the downside about that is I actually truly love this massage table. I have no complaints, like zero complaints. I know a lot of people, if not most people that watch my videos and seen this massage table as my bed, they say they couldn't do it, it's not comfortable, it's too small, all this stuff. For me, I truly love this massage table as a bed. I really do. I think the only hard part with it is my girlfriend can't sleep over. Like, it's too small for her to sleep over unless she's like laying on top of me. So that is a really big con. I'm only here 5 days a week, and I'm at my girlfriend's house the other 2.5 days a week. So it's okay. Like, I'm sleeping with her at her house, and some days, even out of those 5 days, I go to her house so we can sleep there. It's totally fine. But I just want to have a home where we can actually sleep here together. So I really can't wait till I build that loft, or I get someone to build it, and she can be here with me and sleep over here with me, because it just ain't it not having my girlfriend sleep over. It's definitely kind of annoying, but again, it's okay because she has a home that I can sleep over literally any day of the week. But it is a struggle. But I do love this massage table, and I do think that even when I do get that loft built, I still will keep it, and I'll still sleep on it here and there, maybe as like a napping spot or something. I don't really even know yet, but I really do love this thing. I might even just put it up there and have it as my bed up there, like on top of the loft, like as the mattress, but I don't really know if it would even fit. All right, well, now that you got all the cons and a little bit of pros here and there, I want to talk about the real pros. So the main real pros for me is financial. So financially, this tiny house is going to enable me to retire really early. I'm actually about to go down in hours from 40 hours to 16 hours here in a couple of weeks. And I wouldn't have been able to do that if it weren't for this tiny house, because I'm renting out my house and I'm renting out my ADU, and I'm just living here in the tiny house. So that is the number one biggest thing. It's worth it. You know, the toilet, the going through the toilet issues, the shower issues, the humidity, the, you know, lack of sleepovers, everything is worth it in the end if it means that financially I'll be better off. Right now I am in a little bit of debt because of the investing in the tiny house, the ADU, my house, my rentals in general. I've been just throwing a lot of money at everything, a lot of money I don't have. So this tiny house will enable me to get debt free. And then after that, it will enable me to just live off of my rentals, off of my art. Also creatively, like I'm able to now, since I am able to, you know, work less, I'm able to get more creative with my videos. Now I can actually, you know, make longer videos, more detailed videos, more videos in general. And also just like my rug business, I'll able to actually make more rugs. I'll be able to sell more rugs. Everything in the rug department will be better because I'll have more time to do it. And that's only because I'll be, you know, paying less money in my bills. But when I get to a point where after I do pay off my debt, I'll be able to truly live off my rentals and my rugs and social media, and not have to worry about working a 9 to 5 or just my job I've been working for the longest time. I actually work a grave shift job. So also, like physically, like I'll be able to put more time and energy into my fitness and my diet, since I won't have to work every single night at night shift, and I'll be able to spend more time with my girlfriend. So all in all, like this tiny house is really helping me in every area of my life. Like it's truly worth it. I mean, there are some downsides. There is some more investments I have to make into it to make it more comfortable, but I do think that all in all, like it's a really good decision. So I would say the pros outweigh the cons for sure. But if I do come up with more pros and cons, I'll definitely make another video on it. And I'll let you guys know what's going on with it, because right now I'll definitely say it was a really good decision, and I love living in this tiny house. It really is a really good time. It feels like I'm camping almost most of the time because it's so different from what I was living in before, but it's a vibe. It's a vibe. And yeah, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Peace.